This video is about compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence has two independent clauses and one dependent clause. A dependent clause has a subject and a verb, but it doesn't form a complete sentence. An independent clause has a subject and a verb, and it can function as a complete sentence. Each clause has a subject and a verb. An independent clause can function like a sentence by itself, but a dependent clause needs the independent clause in order to make sense. We bought a new car because our old car was too costly to maintain and it was unsafe. So this sentence begins with the independent clause, and starting with the word because, this is the dependent clause that ends here with this comma, and here is another independent clause. This would be okay by itself. We bought a new car, period. This would be okay by itself. I could just capitalize the I and say it was unsafe, and that would make a good sentence. But because this starts with the word because, this creates a dependent clause, or you can call it a subordinating clause. The word because is a subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions are words like these: although, after, as long as soon as though, because, before, even if, even though, if, now that, since, so that, though, unless, until, where, wherever, and while. If we leave for the airport early, we'll avoid the heavy traffic and we won't have to worry about missing our flight. So this sentence begins with a dependent clause starting with if, then an independent clause will avoid the heavy traffic, comma, and then there's a conjunction. The next independent clause is we won't have to worry about missing our flight. I can change the order of this sentence and start with we won't have to worry about missing our flight and we'll avoid the heavy traffic if we leave for the airport early. Compound complex sentences are long sentences, and there are many different ways to write them.